Welcome to Waking Up America, the Not Morning Show. I'm your host, Alexander Graves, and today I am running solo. Today's going to be a quick video. I really wanted to talk about this topic because, boy, did it piss me off. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the news here. First story of the day, and there's a broad topic here that I'm going to cover. Trans student charged after allegedly assaulting two female students in the school bathroom. A biological boy who identifies as transgender was charged with assault after being accused of brutally attacking two female students at school in the girls' restroom, according to an October police report obtained by Reddix and the Oklahoma Council of Public Affairs. Okay. According to Reddix, the transgender student was identified as A in the police report. As a result of the alleged attack, A was charged with assault and battery and disorderly conduct. Authorities observed that one of the female students had sustained injuries to her head and face. Police stated that she had swelling around both of her eyes and several red areas, likely a broken nose, on her face. According to the victim, she was talking to a friend in the girls' restroom when A approached her. She attempted to ignore A, and as a result, A became angry. The transgender student allegedly approached the victim with balled fists and asked if she wanted to fight. The victim told police that A punched her in the face and that force of the blow kept her from defending herself by fighting back. So, not only was there a male, a biological male, in the women's restroom of these underage girls, he used his biological strength to punch her in the head so much that it disoriented her that she could not fight back, because we, as men, have a biological advantage when it comes to strength. Okay, moving on to the next story. It's grooming. High school coach accused of soliciting nude photos from underage girls and paying them up to $75 per picture. A high school security guard and part-time basketball coach in a school district located along the southeastern coast of Florida has been arrested for allegedly requesting nude photos from underage girls on a social media app and then paying them up to $75 in exchange. According to Martin County Sheriff's Office, Alton Edwards harassed several teenage girls by contacting them on the social media platform Snapchat and soliciting naked pictures from them. He then paid the teenagers anywhere from $5 to $75 per image. Police believe that most of the girls Edwards contacted are either 15 or 16 years old. At least 7 of the teenagers that have come forward and claimed that they participated in Edwards' scheme. However, police believe there are likely more victims out there. Reports say that Edwards, who has been working for Martin County School District since 2016, has been preying on teenage girls for years. Okay, now, let's get into the overarching topic here. Take your kids out of public school. There, you are doing your kids a complete disservice. By the way, follow us on Twitter at America Wake Up. I post there all the time. Memes, lovely things, and general outrage. Okay, back to it. Take your kids out of public school. There's no excuse to be keeping them in public school these days. These people are not here to protect you. This is a security guard and coach. Security guard, specifically hired to protect your children. And what does he do? Request nude photos of them. There is no reason to keep your kids in the school. They're not safe. They're being indoctrinated against you. They will come back to you as something they are twisted by this communist, homosexual state indoctrination system of the public school system. You may send your kid off to college and they're going to come back as a blue-haired, drug-addicted feminist. The only thing that these kids are learning in school is drugs and sex. It is unconscionable that we continue to use this public school system. My position, not likely to happen, but this is my position. Abolish the public school system. Go back to the churches. Go back to private school. But you as parents, you can do something today. You can take your kid out of public school. You can get them into private school. Find one that you like. Find that one that's appropriate. Or take the time to homeschool your kid. Teach your child about the Constitution. Teach your child about the Founding Fathers. Teach them about liberty. Teach them how you want to teach them. Do not let these pedophiles, these monsters, take your kids and indoctrinate them. They are learning absolutely nothing from them that you can't teach them yourself. Let's get on to the next, the real nail in the coffin here, which should make every parent both terrified and livid for their child's future. because you do not know what is going on in these schools. As we will see in this video, this teacher obviously has no consent of the parents. You don't know what's going on with your kid. You send them off for 8 hours a day, off to get indoctrinated by these leftists, because people on the right wing are not in school anymore. They do not hire right wing teachers. They get fired. They get fired when they fight the indoctrination at all. So you are leaving your kids all day in the hands of some leftists that will be pushing their ideology, their genders, their gender ideology of I'm a Caesar fish person, whatever they want to call themselves now. And it is the communist agenda to segment society, polarize us, demonize us into others. And that is exactly what they're doing. These nuts are in the nut house. They are running these schools into the ground, and they are taking your children with them. The amount of insanity you see day to day from TikTok or otherwise of these teachers making TikToks, how they affirm their students' new gender ideology, and how they're lying to the parents that if a kid comes out or whatever, they don't have to tell the parents at all. They have special closets there where kids can now change into their skirts or whatever. If it's a boy, if he wants to dress like a girl and get that special preferential treatment, he could do that at school in the changing room. Because these kids, when they are told, hey, guess what? This kid over here just came out as gay. We're going to give him cookies every day. Do you kids like cookies? Well, sorry, not for the straight people. Gay people only. So you know what? Next thing that happens, kid comes in. Hey, I'm gay. I want cookies. Please, more cookies, please. More indoctrination, please. Give me cookies. Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher. I love sweets. I love cookies. Please, I'm a homosexual now. Okay. A little bit off topic there. We're gonna go to the video. This should outrage you. This is from Project Veritas. This is a video of a teacher undercover explaining what he did to his students in Chicago.
I had like our LGBTQ plus health center come in. They were passing around butt plugs and dildos to my students, talking about queer sex, using lube versus using spit.
Meet Joe Bruno, Dean of Students at the prestigious Francis W. Parker Private School in Chicago, which happens to charge $40,000 per student.
They're just like passing around dildos, butt plugs. The kids are just playing with them. They're like, how does this butt plug work? How does this work? That's a really cool part of my job.
Parents might be stunned to learn that Bruno's version of love and acceptance means handing out sex toys to underage students.
So I've been the dean for 4 years. During Pride, we do a Pride Week every year, and I had like our LGBTQ plus health center come in. They were passing around butt plugs and dildos to my students, talking about queer sex, using lube versus using spit.
Who is this?
This is an LGBTQ plus health center came in to talk to my high school students.
Nice.
They're just like passing around dildos, butt plugs. The kids are just playing with them, they're looking at them.
In the school?
In a classroom.
Wow.
Yeah. While I'm sitting there. And we had a drag queen come in, pass out cookies and brownies and do photos.
It's so amazing. And everybody's cool with that, like the butt plugs and the dildos. Nobody complains.
No.
I mean, if the parents found out, would they?
No. It's queer sex. This is the drag queen that came in.
What's her name?
Alexis Bevels.
Alexis Devil.
And just hung out in my classroom.
And was there?
Or hung out in my office.
You have so much freedom. So much wiggle room.
So much freedom. So much money.
I mean,
To do stuff.
trustees are okay with that too? They don't know.
They would. It's like I wouldn't even run it by them. Like, why would I run it by them? They would be like, "Oh my god, that's wonderful."
Like, how old were the kids with the classroom?
14, 18. They're like, "How does this butt work? How does this work?"
Right.
So yeah, that's a really cool part of my job is I don't have to worry about stuff like that.
Okay. That is the dean of students. That is the top. This is coming from top down. It's not just individual teachers. Who do you think is hiring these teachers? It's not just individual teachers and, oh, you see this little news story here. This is full indoctrination. It is systemic. It is within the entire school system. You need to look into what is going on with your children. You need to look into the teachers. You need to look at any school you are sending to them, private, public, or otherwise. You need to look at those teachers, examine it, and see exactly what is going on. Sit in one of these classrooms while they're teaching if you want. Something needs to be done here. We are losing our children. And as they say, the right has kids. The left has yours. They will indoctrinate these kids. It is the branch of communism that they... It is the branch of communism that they espouse to. Okay, it is about polarizing you. It is about taking your kids, polarizing your kids from you, and indoctrinating them into the left. This is how they do it. The fact that this is even going on in a school, and don't even get me started on the drag queens. We will have a full episode analyzing those, likely on Saturday, early in the morning. And we're going to have a guest spot for that as well. It is insane that a parent would look at this story, these collections of stories, and say, yeah, I feel comfortable leaving my kid in the hands of complete leftists and strangers to indoctrinate them and change their entire world ideals, if not molest them or assault them and have them physically endangered while they're out of my control and I'm working all day. I understand the difficulty of that, of working all day and not being able to take care of your kid. But there are other options. You can fork out the extra little money to send them to a good private school, or use your community. Either set up a public school, set up a homeschool for yourself, or talk to other parents in your community who don't want to send their kids to this indoctrination camp. Believe me, there are a lot of them. And you can make a network to make this work. The communists, they will not stop until they have ultimate power and your children. We need to bring back insane asylums. We need to bring back forced committal. As much as I hate it, there is way too much just pharmaceuticals running nuts here. These people are absolutely out of their mind. They get indoctrinated. They make other people crazy. The sexual assault, the indoctrination, the homosexual community, it is a pandemic because it does spread. When you have sexual abuse, that stuff does spread because they are more inclined to sexually abuse a child. If they were abused as a child, they will also sexually abuse more children. It is just, it's a weird psychological trait that happens when these people are damaged as children. They want to spread that damage to other children. That being said, that finishes my segment for the day. Like it, hate it, comment below, like, subscribe. Please follow us on Twitter at America Wake Up. One more thing, final black pill for the day. We're going to pull up another story here. It just shows the insanity of society today. Former Hooters waitress charged with first-degree murder offers to pay bond with money she earned on OnlyFans. The headline says it all, but I'm going to read more. Former waitress in Texas from Hooters, charged with first-degree murder, has requested a judge lower her bond amount so she can try to cover the cost of the money she has earned on OnlyFans. On Friday, Ashley Esselburn, 21, asked the judge to reduce her bond from $100,000 to $50,000. The judge already reduced it down, I believe, from $1 million. She reports claim that Esselborn charged subscribers $12 a month for her content and $8,000 currently in her account. OnlyFans has frozen those assets, but she believes that she can get them back. The accusation, this is where it gets interesting. The accusations leveled against Esselborn are horrific. According to prosecutors, Esselborn actively cheered as her boyfriend, William Bell, and associates Peyton Collier, Ronnie Lang, brutally beat 23-year-old Zachary Wood to death inside his Wichita Falls home back in May. The assailants supposedly used their fists, feet, and even baseball bat in the attack. Reports claimed because they believed that Woods had stolen drugs and cash from them while they were staying at his residence. Prosecutors have characterized Woods' death as a massive bloodletting event. That means they probably beat this guy for hours if it was a bloodletting event. The way that it's described is absolutely horrific. All 4 suspects were charged with first-degree murder. This right here is another great argument to bring back insane asylums. The fact this lady is 21. She's barely even an adult. She's barely just gotten out of her indoctrination camp. And it's just the same thing you learn in school. Drugs, sex. That's it. You learn about drugs? Okay, let's beat this guy to death because he took our drugs and he took our money. This is a dark, dark time in our history. And I hate to end on a black pill. I would love to be posting funny memes. I posted some on Twitter. You can check them out there if you want a little white pill for the day. But this is the active state of our society. This is where we are going if we do not turn course now. So please take care of your kids. Pay attention to your kids. See exactly what they're learning. Ask them what they're learning every day. If you hear something you don't like, take them out of public school. That is the end of my rant for today. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Alexander Graves. Please, like I said, like, subscribe, hit the Rumble button, follow us on Twitter at America Wake Up, and I will see you next time. Next show is later tonight, probably posted around the morning. So thank you for watching. Have a great day.